Anger rising in my heart, spreading to my soul. Fever inhabiting my body, almost unrecognizable. I almost panic at this foreign sensation. Spontaneous combustion is a thing, right? Is this the end of me? Who will believe? How will I be remembered? I decide to focus my attention outside of myself, hoping the distraction will cool the aura of heat. I bring my hands before me. I don't know why. Before my waist, I witness the birth, a small blue, green, yellow, orange flicker that grows. A spark fills my cupped palms. I watch and wonder. The light is bright and growing, yet I am untouched by heat. Is the fire cold? Am I the flame? Anger is transformed into curiosity and intrigue. I can employ it, make it benefit myself and my community. I hold the minuscule inferno and keep it with me, eager to share it with the world. Ooh, that went quick. Okay, this one is a little bit older, but let's go for it, because I had to. People look at me and they think they see all there is, all about me, all of my thoughts, all of my past, all my potential, all I can be. How can you judge this book when I'm an encyclopedic set? Chapters upon chapters, volumes and articles, some painfully long, others excruciatingly abrupt. All pieces and parts of an epic tale. The moments of chaos when I went to hide from a manic explosion I did not understand. The woman who gave me life, so erratically wild. The pills, they said, made her better. The times I was ridiculed by others of my kind who said I didn't quite fit or that I was blind to the plight of our skin color due to my hue. They said I was too smart to have any clue. The loneliness I dwelled in, watching in wait, as others around me had many to date, but I was always left somewhere on my own, and I wondered if I'd ever find home. He said that he loved me, he promised me joy, but angered, he'd strike me. I was just a toy, to be used and abused, deceived and misled, thrown down and exploited, embarrassed instead. I stood on my own. I got out like some do, went on with my life, tried love anew, a mother to children, a partner provided, and yet in my spirit a person divided. Enduring such heartbreak, the loss of my son, I couldn't give up, but I needed someone. My husband denied me. He felt no remorse. Betrayal escalated to a vengeful divorce. Lost jobs and time spent avoiding pain. But all I could do was stand out in the rain, try to wash clean all of my sins and regrets, navigate my way to becoming my best. But even now, as time flies and I can look back, I see I really miss one thing I lack. The material stuff doesn't do it for me, but the touch of a lover brings such misery. So I move through this life with no one at my side. None seem able to reconcile my past life. And if that is the fate I must endure, there is at least one thing which you can be sure. I refuse to be anyone's woven mat. My happiness is mine to create. This is fact. Until such time as my true heart sets me free, I am and will unapologetically be me. And just in case anybody who knows me is wondering me, that was before I met my husband. So I was being like prophetic and stuff. I didn't know.
Or you come out.
I dropped character. Okay. To my heart. Dearest, how have I lived this long but neglected you so? How have you toiled for my benefit so thanklessly? How have I taken you for granted, although you squeeze life into me every living second? How do I keep opening you up to the abuse and profane hate of others, knowing that somehow you will just take it and go on? How do I ignore your warnings, your great awareness and perception? I allow my brain to rationalize my struggles and my pain. I tell myself it's for a greater good, that I must bear my burdens like Atlas with the weight of the world, so my universe rests on my shoulders. But sending the life-giving blood, the nourishment and sustenance to energize my ever-present toil, You quietly, dependently, repeatedly beat on and work in solitude. Were it not for you, I would cease. My body would shrivel and life would retreat. So why do I treat you like an afterthought, ignoring your pleas to simply listen and follow? That ends now. The time has come for me to seek out rainbows and dandelions, to climb trees with my sons, to bury my toes in the sands of 100 beaches and feel the surf wash grains of history across my ankles. It's time for me to exercise you fully, to make you skip a beat and hear me gasp at the wonder that is this world in which we live. And if I am so blessed to find the lips which can take my breath away, I pray that I will listen to your counsel and follow you to the happiness I deserve. Thank you for all you've done and all you do. Me. I didn't think I was going to get emotional reading my own stuff. Yikes. That's messy. It's something. Let's see, right here. Okay. This piece, Geoff does ekphrastic meetings. We meet at the museum and we find pieces of art and see if the art speaks to you. And I really should write down which piece this is. But there's this very large painting and it's very abstract. But in the midst of this painting, I saw a shape that to me was reminiscent of an eye with eyelashes. So I had the picture on my phone if anybody's super curious, but it will take me a minute to find it. But this poem is The Eye. Colors swirl about, bold and muted, dots and streaks. So much activity on the surface, yet in the midst, almost hidden from my vision, is an eye. I find comfort in my discovery, making sense of the chaos, an unmistakable totem of sight or vision, no, recognition, invoking a feeling, maybe things aren't as crazy as they seem. I think if this one thing can exist, many more can and do. Foundations to build upon, haven to which the weary retreat, a legacy to share when my time here is done, or maybe it simply shows that existence is not dependent on circumstance, but merely on presence. Okay, I'm kind of chickening out, so I might not take my whole 10. I've got one more, but this is kind of my favorite poem to end on. So let's just do it. The Face of Freedom. I have seen the face of freedom twirling and whirling about life's stage, singing her heart out to a captivated crowd, casting a spell of enlightenment. Her beauty radiates throughout one's soul because her spirit possesses you, not to enslave but to love, not to oppress but to teach, not to constrict but to multiply. She's the unabashed acceptance of oneself in its present state on the path to actualization, the recognition of the contributions one was sent to make to the universe. She is peace, she is liberty, she is self-realization. Don't hide from your own greatness. Don't deny the world your gifts. Inasmuch as you need others, they too need you. Will you have fear? Yes, you will. Will you doubt yourself? Of course. It does not make you less of a person. It does not dim the light of your star. Your freedom will find you. Your talent possesses you. Your gifts will reward you. And whether or not the world loves you for it, well, that's not the point. Thank you, everybody.